Best Hall, Local, Heroics, and more. Alexis Barrett has the dish, Gabrielle Reed has Eagle Encounters, and we have you in mind. This is E-Weekly. Welcome back to E-Weekly, the only place to get the swoop on the scoop. I'm Jaden Short.
And I'm Natalia Escalante. We hope everyone is having a great week and are ready for the upcoming break. I'd also like to welcome Jaden back to E-Weekly.
Thank you so much. We have a lot to cover today, including news about the new Community Health Center.
With that being said, Jordan has our first story. Take it away, Jaden.
Last week, a resident advisor in Best Hall found a black doll hung by its neck from the shower rod in a bathroom. Shared by Sweetmates, EMU President James Smith sent out a statement on this incident on February 13th to all students and staff in an email. The email that a resident of the building has came out and admitted that they placed the doll in the shower. Smith also mentioned the departments involved in helping out with the incident as well as their timely manner. These departments included EMU Public Safety, the Office of Wellness and Community Standards, and the Ouachita Police Department. The president also apologized in the letter stating, quote, "I understand that some members of the campus community did not believe the tone or content of some campus communications yesterday met the standards to which we hold ourselves," end quote. Smith adds that there will be a campus climate study to assess how students and employees feel about a variety of aspects of the climate in our campus.
The construction happening near the Department of Public Safety is not a parking lot renovation, but is a new campus community health center. Eastern Michigan University is partnering up with St. Joseph Mercy Health Systems and IHA to provide primary and urgent care to the university and the greater community. It will be located at the corner of Oakwood Street and Huron River Drive. The university says the new health center will include comprehensive primary care services, 7-day-a-week urgent care services, and laboratory and pharmacy services. The health center will collaborate with the physician assistant program here to offer the hands-on experience they need. The facility will be 28,500 square feet with an estimated cost of $14 million. IHA is contracted to operate the urgent care and clinical operations. A simulation center, an anatomy lab, and exercise science are also a part of the collaboration. The construction on the building is in the beginning stages, but we will keep you posted as this process continues.
New scholarships have been announced among 10 universities, including Eastern Michigan. The scholarship was made by Ford Motor Company for automotive engineering students. The Alan Mulally Leadership in Engineering Scholarship honors Ford's former president and chief executive officer who stepped down from that role in July 2014. The scholarship will be awarded to a currently enrolled student in the EMU College of Technology. $5,000 during the fall 2019 semester and $5,000 during the winter semester. To be considered for the scholarship, students have to be entering their sophomore or junior years of study, meeting the specified 3.5 minimum GPA requirement, pursuing a degree related in some way to automotive engineering, and have demonstrated leadership skills in academic or community-based settings. Requirements for the scholarship include one recommendation letter from a faculty member, a one-page essay, 400 to about 500 words, describing one's interest in automotive engineering leadership roles held and why they're the best candidate for the scholarship, and an interview with the scholarship committee. Applications materials must be submitted by Friday, March 15th of 2019.
Former Eastern Michigan football coach Rick Rasnick died last Wednesday at the age of 59. Rasnick was EMU's football coach from 1995 to 1999. He took over the program when he was 35 years old and led to its last winning streak for over 2 decades. During the first year of coaching at EMU, Rasnick led a 6-5 mark. EMU also finished top 10 in the nation in offensive passing, top 20 in total offense, and top 20 while scoring while at his time at EMU. Rasnick's team had the last winning streak until 2016. During Rasnick's 5 years of coaching at EMU, he had a 20-35 record. Before coaching at EMU, Rasnick was an assistant coach at Utah and San Jose State. In 2013, Rasnick was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. Rasnick was honored at the Beach Cities Health District Spirit and Wellness Awards in 2018. A celebration for Rick Rasnick's life is planned for March 16th at 2 p.m. at Rice Mortuary in Torrance, California. For more information about the celebration or Raznick's life, visit emueagles.com.
We'll have more news after the break, following with Alexis at the Dish. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
In today's cyber world, the number of passwords you have to remember can be overwhelming. While it may be tempting to reuse the same passwords or store them in a not-so-safe place, in doing so, you're putting your online accounts and data in danger of being compromised. The Eagle security package includes LastPass, an encrypted online password vault that can store all your usernames, passwords, and other personal information in one location. LastPass secures your login credentials using one master password, the last password you'll have to remember. Not only does LastPass store your login credentials, but it can automatically fill them in when you're logging into trusted websites. LastPass can also aid in the creation of strong, unique passwords and secure sensitive data such as addresses, credit cards, and personal notes. Since LastPass is encrypted and protected in the cloud, it's accessible wherever you are, through the LastPass website, a web browser extension, or the mobile app. LastPass makes password security easy. For more information about LastPass, visit tiny.emich.edu/LastPass.
Are you an EMU student interested in getting a first-hand experience working at a radio station? Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got a couple more stories for you, and then we'll head over to Alexis with the Dish. Take it away, Jaden.
A local powerlifter in Ann Arbor is now being called a hero for saving a man's life after a terrible car accident. His name is Ryan Belcher, a guy who works out 5 times a week and says it's his life. It was around 4:30 Thursday afternoon when Belcher heard something outside his workplace on the 2600 block of Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti. The cars had collided with each other, and one of them had flipped upside down. The man's legs were trapped underneath the overturned car, and he started calling for help. Lo and behold, Belcher came to the rescue. Ryan lifted up the Jeep just enough for the man to crawl out. The 2 drivers involved in the crash suffered serious injuries, but no fatalities were reported. Ryan says he's grateful he didn't freeze when lives were at jeopardy. And for being in the right place at the right time.
It's Black History Month, and Black people are still making history. A second Black candidate, Cory Booker, has announced that he's running for United States President in 2020. Kamala Harris announced her candidacy back in January, and both candidates are currently raising money and getting their names out there. Harris has already made history by being the second African-American woman to be elected into the United States Senate in 2017. She also was the first African-American and woman as Attorney General for the state of California. Booker has served as mayor of Newark, New Jersey for over 7 years. In 2013, he won a special election to represent New Jersey in the U.S. Senate. He became the first African American to represent the state of New Jersey in the Senate. To learn more about each candidate, you can visit their websites at kamalaharris.org and corybooker.com.
Now let's head over to Alexis with the Dish.
Hello EMU Eagles, I hope you're all doing well today despite the cold. As always, I'm Alexis Barrett, here to bring you the Dish. Midwinter break is only a few days away, so on that note, I'd like to spend today's episode sharing some vacation safety tips for those of you who may be traveling, especially those of you who may be traveling without any sort of parental supervision for the first time. First things first, be responsible when drinking. Never leave your drink unattended, and don't accept any drinks from people you don't know or don't trust. If traveling with a group of friends, have someone responsible be the designated mom for each night who stays sober to make sure everyone gets back to your destination safely. Second, make sure to be careful when tanning. If you're going to be spending a lot of time on the beach or even just in the sun, make sure you protect your skin from harmful UV rays by using sunscreen and staying in the shade as much as possible. Next, create a safety plan. Carry some spare cash and some written phone numbers in case you misplace your phone and need to use another to contact your friends or a cab. If there's a chance your group could get split up, plan out a designated meetup zone to regroup at a certain time. Another great idea is to use the buddy system. So even if you do lose your group as a whole, you still have someone you trust to help you get back to where you need to go. Be careful about who you share your personal information with and protect your location on social media. You don't need Chad from the beach knowing where your hotel is because you spontaneously decided to add him on Snapchat, and even worse, left your location open for everyone to see. Overall, be careful and take care of yourself this midwinter break. That's all for The Dish. Up next is Sports News with Dave Anderson after the break. I'm Alexis Barrett, and I'll see you next week.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm Gordon. I'm here about your job opening. Hi, I'm here about the job. Hi. The word you'll hear most often during a job hunt? No. No. One expert says you can expect 20 rejections before you get your first maybe. So don't be down on yourself. Be sure your resume is flawless, or you'll never see the inside of an interview suite. Be punctual for interviews, but no earlier than 5 minutes. A firm handshake is important. And look the interviewer in the eye. Don't be a downer, dude! Speak in positive terms about school and your previous employers. Sit alertly during your interview and show you're human. Smile a little. And follow up every interview with a thank you letter, expressing your interest in the job and why you think you're qualified.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer.
My favorite band just put out a new CD. I was super excited. I'd been waiting forever for it to come out. But I was having a little cash flow problem. I asked some of my friends if they had the new CD yet, and they said I could get it for free if I found a pirated copy online. Without hesitation, I went on my computer and I found a website that had a free pirated copy, and I clicked download. It was that simple. After downloading it, I went to my computer and I opened my music player to listen to it, but my computer had slowed down to almost a stop. All I ended up with was a virus. Not my band's album. I guess when you pirate anything, you run the risk of an infection. Not to mention if you get caught, there could be legal issues. It really does pay to pay. My name is Emma, and I'm trying to be e-safe.
Welcome back to E-Weekly. I'm David Pierce Anderson, giving you the latest in Eagle sports. It was a busy week, so we're going to get right into it. The national search for EMU's new volleyball coach is over, and evidently the national search didn't get past the bench. Athletic Director Scott Weatherby has announced that Darcy Dorton will be the 9th full-time EMU volleyball coach in program history. Dorton has served as the assistant coach for the past 4 years and will now replace Kimmy Olsen as Olsen moves on to MSU. Dorton played college ball for Penn State and the College of Charleston. While in the Big Ten, Dorton was named Freshman of the Year back in 2009 and helped the Nittany Lions to a national championship. We're going to change things up a bit this week and talk a little high school basketball because the Convocation Center welcomed 4,000 people as Lincoln freshman Imani Bates put on a show in front of those 4,000. Bates quieted the Ypsilanti crowd as he dropped a career-high 43 points as the Rail Splitters won 69-56. Bates is the top-ranked freshman according to most recruiting sites and is averaging 31 points per game this year. Moving on to the Eagles, EMU's men's basketball team couldn't get things done against Kent State last Saturday as they fell to the Golden Flash 71-58. A slow offensive night was highlighted by a few unlikely names as Kevin McAdoo and Tariq Silver were the only Eagles to reach double figures in scoring. In a sloppy game overall, EMU turned the ball over 16 times and couldn't find the touch from the charity stripe as they only shot 62% from the line. This loss snaps Eastern's 2-game winning streak. Eagles welcomed the Toledo Rockets to the Convo last night and overcame a 12-point deficit to beat the Rockets in a 76-69 thriller. Starting at the 11:07 mark in the second half, the Eagles went on a 22-0 run that lasted for 8 minutes to take the lead. There was no turning back from there as Paul Jackson put together a career high in steals with 5 and also contributed 9 points to the win. Elijah Minnie went off for 23 points and 9 rebounds, including some big three-pointers down the stretch. This is a big win for the Eagles as the Rockets sit atop the MAC West and Eastern looks to make a run in these final 5 games of the season. The Eagles take on Western Michigan on Saturday. I'll have the call with Ryan Woolley on ESPN Plus at 2 p.m. On Valentine's night last Wednesday, the EMU women's basketball team couldn't find an answer against Kent State either as the Golden Flash beat them 67-54 on their home floor. Autumn Hudson had a fine night as she set a new career mark for points with 13 in the loss. EMU shot under 33% from the floor as Kent cruised to the victory. Looking to bounce back, EMU welcomed the Ball State Cardinals to the Convo. Bounce back they did. EMU won a nail-biter 56-53. This game came down to the final play as a cross-baseline inbound pass was deflected by Corian Cardwell, who wasn't even looking at the pass. The Eagles scooped up the carry and improved their record to 11-12. Big storyline on the afternoon was Danielle Minot. Minot went 39 minutes without scoring a field goal until finally hitting a contested fadeaway corner 3 to give Eastern a lead with under a minute left in regulation. Timing is everything. EMU is playing Akron later tonight at the Conville. That'll be a 7 p.m. start on ESPN+. EMU holds the 4th spot as they have fallen 5 games behind Toledo and Northern Illinois in the MAC West. Tough finish for the Eagle baseball team as they tied the New Jersey Institute of Technology 9-9 on Sunday. Due to travel arrangements and both teams agreeing not to start an inning after 12:30, the Eagles kissed their sister for the first time since 1999. The draw was highlighted by Zachary Owens. Owens went 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Sophomore center fielder Nate Jones also flexed his muscles as he went 2 for 4 with a solo shot of his own. The Eagles ran wild on NJIT as they stole 6 bases in the game. EMU is now 0-3-1 this year as they can't leave New Jersey with a win. EMU is on their way to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame tomorrow for a 2 o'clock start. Big day for the Eagles swim and dive team as 4 Eagles had career best performances at the Ohio State University Invitational. Riley Hoffman recorded a season best on the 200 individual medley with a 209.4, second highest finish overall. Her success continued in the prelims for the 200 backstroke with another season best 206.74. Marcel DaCosta had a career best finish with the 200 butterfly, finishing with a 204.90, finishing in 6th place. Continuing with season best performances were Abby Rapien and Sydney Thomas finishing 7th and 9th respectively in the 1650 freestyle. EMU will compete in the MAC Swimming and Diving Championships in Akron from February 27th to March 2nd. Eagle basketball teams are winding down a pretty successful season. Urge everybody to go out there. They have a lot of fun activities besides great basketball going on. Opportunities to win $10,000, free t-shirts, noodles for a whole year. Want to see you at the Convo in these last couple of weeks. That's all we have for Eagle Sports. Up next, we have Gabrielle Reed with Eagle Encounters. We'll be back after the break.
Hi, my name is Shanna Gilkison, and ETV has been a very important part of my life, especially for the last 4 years.
I got my start at ETV in my 3rd semester at Eastern from fellow students, and it's been a great experience.
Working with all these new people that I didn't know before, it's very awesome just seeing how willing people are to get together and create something from scratch.
Hi, I'm Shanna Gilkison for Eastern Weekly, and this is E-Walking.
I will also be hosting and producing a sort of like a late night style talk show.
Everyone that's here wants to be here. They care to be here. They want to work. They want to learn. And with that kind of environment, everybody benefits.
I tell you, I've been doing really well, very successful here at Eastern, but it wasn't until I really became part of the ETV club that I really felt like I was getting more of what I needed as a student.
We decided that we wanted to do things above and beyond our coursework. So I was part of founding the ETV Student Org.
It just so happened that Shanna was in one of my classes, and she told me to come, and I showed up, and it was very warm welcome. Like, everybody was very nice to me right away. And they actually had an idea to make a sitcom, or actually they called it a soap opera at that time. And they said they had, they weren't sure exactly what they wanted, but they wanted one thing. They knew that they wanted this guy, his name is Ramon, to be their main character. I mean, that was kind of how the show Week at a Glance kind of took off.
Beyond Eastern's walls, when I'm done here, I'll probably be working with some people from ETV, again, professionally. And I think a lot of students don't take advantage of what they should with organizations on campus, and ETV is one of the best.
Welcome back, Eagles. I'm Gabrielle Reed, host of Eagle Encounters. I hope you're having an amazing week so far. We are in the middle of Black History Month and the events are still rolling. On Thursday, February 21st, a panel called What is Racism? Will be occurring from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. This panel will be happening in McKinney Hall Alumni Room. With the recent events that have ensued on campus, I believe this panel could be enlightening and thought-provoking. Later in the evening, Professor Mary Elizabeth Murphy will be giving a lecture. She has recently released a book about Jim Crow and its effects on Black women in Washington, D.C. Come out to hear her speak at the Halley Library at 4 p.m. Again, happy Black History Month. As a university, we have come so far and yet have so much further to go. Let us continue to honor and respect each other. Have a great winter break, Eagles. Goodbye.
Well, winter break starts this weekend, or as I call it, spring break. Got any plans, Jaden?
I'm not doing much. I'm just spending time with my family, trying to relax and like not do schoolwork. How about you?
Yeah, I'll be visiting family, going out of town as well.
Sounds good.
So we hope that you guys have a fun break, be safe, and rest up, Eagles. Be sure to follow us on social media at ETV at EMU. You can watch all of our shows on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter whenever you want. That's all from us. I'm Natalia Escalante.
And I'm Jaden Shorts. We'll see you after the break.
My mom's birthday was coming up fast, so I needed to go out shopping for something quick. I needed to move money from my savings to my checking account so I could use my debit card at the mall. I cracked open my laptop, hit the bookmark from my bank, and entered in my username and password. What the heck? I got sent back to the home page. So I entered in my username and password again, made the transfer, and went to the mall where I found this cool little necklace for my mom. That's good news, right? The bad news is, the next week I went to make a purchase and they told me that I had insufficient funds to cover that purchase. Long story short, when I had logged into my bank the first time, I got redirected to a fake site that stole my username and password. I guess I got a virus that redirected my bookmark. The thieves had a field day with my account. I wish I had known then what I know now. You have to check and make sure you're really on your bank's website. This can be done by either recognizing an image you've selected or clicking a lock or VeriSafe icon and comparing the bank's web address to a web address you've got on our certificate. My name is Luke, and I'm trying to be e-safe.
So I typically would describe Meals on Wheels in 3 words: support. What I mean by support is having somebody there every day you can count on, who's going to be there with a smile and a hot meal for you.
First, I would say that I would be with them if I could, delivering for the people.
Observant?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would say, well, more than a meal. I guess that's 4, but close enough.
It's helpful. I mean, just the fact that somebody's doing something for you should make you feel better.
Abundance.
Fulfilling is probably the main top one.
I think that we are a compassionate organization.
I think it's great. I give it thumbs up.
It keeps us independent.
Yes.
It's the easiest, most fulfilling job I've ever had.
It keeps us independent so we don't have to depend on anybody.
Independence.
Caring and steady and present, like we're present for these people, every day.
Joyful, brings a lot of peace and a lot of happiness to you at the end of the day.
Sharing.
Caring, responsible.
I think vital to the community.
3 words? I think it's great, actually. Not trying to steal from Tony the Tiger, but yeah, it's great.
It teaches you portion control.
Loving the community that they work in, trying to make the community better.
Helpfulness.
Actually, it's fun. Believe it or not, it's really fun and fulfilling to be doing this type of thing.
Patience.
It pulls at your heartstrings, it does. And it doesn't matter whether you're out en route delivering meals or you're in the office on the phone.
Reliable.
Hope. So people feel like they have hope, that they can stay in their home for as long as possible. I think all of us want to be where we're feeling most comfortable.
Hidden, because we don't advertise. You know about the program, yet you don't think about the program.
I think we're out there helping people more than a lot of people even know, you know, so I think it's a very helpful program. I think it's a much needed program that there's a lot of people in our community who just really could use a program like Meals on Wheels that maybe don't even realize that it's there for them.